Got a big update for you in the Ripple banking filing. That's right. We got some players pushing back. Yeah, it'll surprise you who. Trump Media is buying more BTC. A juicy IPO just got announced. An XRP price action is heating up as it's trying to break resistance. We'll cover all that.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
It's heating up with XRP volume right at the 10 billion mark. But guess what? We've got a hater announcement for you. That's right. Some players are stepping up trying to block the Ripple and Circle bank applications. Now, before we get into the news, you know the deal. You, the viewer, matters most. By the way, look at Doge and Sol making a move, everyone. Starting us off today, we go always blowing the pie. Says, so good that you're calling out that degenerate Irad crypto. Egghead Crypto would have been a better handle as one of the worst hopium dealers in the crypto space. His colorful magic marker crypto charts mean absolutely fuck all. I've thought he's been a tosser in the first order for some time. For real, Erad Crypto makes some of the dumbest shit out there. The kangaroo bouncing zone, the galactic mega pump poop crap hole souls. I don't know. Just dumb shit. Total hopium pumper. Will Welch's, I don't know. Maybe if we all wait 20 years, we'll get the action we want. We're just waiting for another thing to kick us back down. No, I get what you're saying. I think a lot of us out there are always worried about, the other shoe falling off. But let's stay optimistic, everyone. I'm still on vacation. And while I'm on vacation, the market's pumped. Want to do price action today? Nah, fuck it. Let's do the news right off the bat. BitGo files for an IPO amid crypto market boom. With this move, BitGo joins the growing list of digital asset firms that have pursued public listings in recent times. The draft registration statement submitted on Form S1 does not disclose the number of shares or the proposed price range. That is something I totally want to see. Now, we've had a few other players out there post some IPOs, but this is kind of cool because now you got more exchanges starting to do it. The IPO will commence once the SEC completes its review, depending on the market and other conditions. Oh, and I've got the announcement of the filing right here, everyone. Why? Because as always, any article you see in this video and all my other ones will be linked in the description below. Oh, BitGo. Would anyone here be into the BitGo thing, or is that not big enough for you? Let me know in the comments down below, because we've had a lot of juicy IPO filings here as of late. Trump Media buys $2 billion in BTC. Holy crap. So we got another sailor company in the making. Trump Media and Technology Group has purchased $2 billion in BTC and BTC-related securities for its corporate treasury. Now, wait. There's an altcoin mentioned in here. We'll get to it. The publicly traded firm's BTC holdings now account for the majority of its $3 billion in liquid assets. So about 2/3 of its assets right now are in BTC or BTC-associated products. This being said by the company's Trump Media plans to use Bitcoin to generate revenues and potentially acquire crypto assets. These assets ensure our company's financial freedom, help protect us against discrimination by financial institutions, and will create synergies with the utility token we're planning to introduce across the Truth social ecosphere. Here's the thing, though. Decrypt asked them, they're like, yo, are you going to buy any other cryptocurrencies for that strategic reserve? Trump Media has not commented on that as of yet. All right, let's get into the big news. Circle, Ripple, and other crypto firms face a roadblock as the American Bankers Association urges a delay on issuing licenses. Do you think it's because the traditional banks out there are feeling some pressure, some competition in the space? The American Bankers Association, ABA from now on, will be joining other U.S. banking and credit union groups, urging federal regulators to pump the brakes on granting national bank charters to companies like Ripple and Circle. They're concerned the fast-growing influence of crypto in the banking sector may be outpacing transparency, oversight, and existing regulatory norms. No, they're still under the same regulatory conditions as other banks. They're still going to have to provide the same amount of transparency as other banks. What this is the American Bankers Association, who gets paid by the traditional banks, trying to do whatever they can to stop Ripple, Circle, and others from taking a bite out of their profit pie. In a recent letter to the Office of the Comptroller of Currency, they're the ones who do the approvals, by the way. The ABA expressed concerns of what it described as limited public disclosure in several firms' application. According to the association, lack of detail around business models, financial oversight, and risk management hampers public comment and transparency during that. The ABA cautioned that granting these charters could open the door for other non-traditional applicants. What's the harm in that? Like the way that we're doing banking now just isn't working, right? Fees are insane. How many banks are doing some naughty things? What was it? Deutsche Bank financed Epstein. So, I mean, let's be real here. It's not like we're working in like a super clean banking industry. And what about Wells Fargo opening up all those fake accounts for people? You've had Citibank find a whole bunch. So, yeah, who are they trying to defend? The corrupt traditional banking. Specifically, it argued crypto firms primarily offer custody and digital asset services, not traditional fiduciary duties like estate and trust management, which national trust banks are expected to perform. So let's expand it. Why do we have to keep doing the same stupid crap over and over? Approving these applications, the ABA said, would mark a fundamental departure from the chartering framework currently in place. Maybe it's time to update stuff, right? I mean, let's just be real here. Traditional banking does not fit the need of a lot of us. Traditional banks are what? Not open 24/7, right? So yeah, I mean there's plenty of gaps right now in the traditional banking system. The reality is they're afraid of companies like Ripple and Circle honestly taking away some of their profit, taking away market share. To date, only Anchorage Digital has received a national trust bank charter when it was granted in 2021. Crypto market is on frickin' fire this Monday. $210 billion right now in volume over the last 24 hours, with the altcoin season index at 56 out of 100. Swinging it on over to XRP price action. XRP was pushing that resistance mark. This is the important thing. This is what my phone was telling me alerts about earlier today. We're at 10 billion in volume, but let's go to those candlesticks so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this. So this resistance we faced in the 18th of July, right around that 364, 365 mark, we started making another run at it, and it's happening right now. In fact, check it out. The high on this candlestick, 364, matching this action right here. So yeah, we had a little bit of a cool off period, some profit taking, but guess what? XRP survived that move quite strongly and is now making another move on the way up, making that move with big time volume without big time news. So, what is this telling us? Retail and institutional traders are getting in on the XRP action. But like I said, this move is happening just now, as we've seen just from this morning on, XRP roaring from 344 to 364. Can it break that resistance that we saw on the 18th of July? If it does, a lot of players are signaling that we're going to then make the next step up to that $4 mark. But the big question I got for you is this: where's the new floor with XRP? For a long time, we dealt with what? A $2 floor and quite strong support at the $2 floor. Does this mean now that we've got $3 behind us and $3 is going to be our low entry point for XRP from now on? Either way, XRP is making another push to break the near-term resistance we've seen on the 18th of July. And again, it's happening without big news. What do you think is going to happen to XRP and our favorite alts when the Clarity Act goes into the Senate and hopefully gets passed? So you got companies getting even deeper into the BTC strategic reserve, and all of us are thinking the same thing. We hope it doesn't crash, because we know if it does, it's taking crypto down with it and a whole bunch of other companies. Black Swan event? Yeah, probably that and Tether would be the two right now that we would have to worry about that could really tank the whole market. But the reality is these companies are doing it for what? Diversification, and they believe in the profit of it. So as long as BTC goes up, we should be okay. Now, the American Bankers Association, that's kind of messed up, because it really seems as if Ripple is a threat to them. Or else, why else would they be writing letters to the OCC saying, yo, you need to delay this kind of action? Ripple would be under the same scrutiny as other banks out there once the trust charter gets approved. So what is the ABA talking about? It's not like Ripple's going to get like special like approvals or special, like rules that they don't have to abide by. So yeah, they're just afraid of profits. And we saw that a lot of players out there that were anti-crypto were funded by the banks. Yes, traditional finance. So there's traditional finance digging their heels in, trying to stop crypto from going mainstream. XRP price is heating up as, again, we're battling that 365 mark. I'm going to be very curious to see how this happens as the Clarity Act matures its way onto the Senate and we start getting debates and votes in regards to that. Now, that being said, I'm going to take the rest of the day off and I'm going to do a video late tomorrow. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of a break because my voice and my sinuses have been really bad lately. So don't freak out if you don't see a video from me in the next 24 to 36 hours. I'm okay. Trust me. I just need to recover a little bit so that I can keep you, the viewer, mattering most. Choo choo what? Well, I mean, it'd be cool if Hecklefish said choo choo bitches, but I'll say it instead. Choo choo bitches.